Prince Andrew was expected to join his older brother Prince Charles and Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall during the annual Garter Day service on Monday. But after an 11th-hour intervention from the Prince of Wales and Prince William, the Duke of York was reportedly told not to be present at the public parts of the event. As the Prince of Wales, Duke of Cambridge and other senior royals processed through the grounds of Windsor Castle for a church service commemorating the Order of the Garter, Andrew stayed behind closed doors. The snub came after he is said to have pushed the Queen to allow him to return to royal duties. According to The Telegraph, the Duke has been lobbying for his mother to reinstate his status as HRH and Prince of the Blood. It has long been said that the Queen has a soft spot for her second son and that she was initially reluctant to strip him of his duties and titles. Andrew stepped down from his senior royal position amid nationwide controversy surrounding his friendship with the disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein. Read more. Royal Family Live. Alarmed William looked miserable after Roe. It was not until January this year, when Andrew was facing trial in a sexual assault civil case brought against him by Virginia Roberts-Giuffre, allegations which he vehemently denies, that the Queen stripped her son of his honorary titles and patronages. A few weeks later, the Prince settled the case out of court for a sum of up to £12 million, claiming he has no recollection of meeting Ms. Giuffre, and the settlement was not an admission of guilt. Now, it appears that the Duke is keen to re-enter public life, and reportedly believes he has spent enough time out of the spotlight. Andrew has been described as entitled by several royal watchers, and now Katie Nicholl and Erin Vanderhoof, co-hosts of Vanity Fair's Dynasty, have claimed the prince's entitlement could stem from not facing any real consequences while growing up. Ms. Vanderhoof said, as a child, Andrew was said to be boisterous and mischievous. He once sprinkled itching powder into the Queen's bed. Another time, he climbed onto the roof of Buckingham Palace to fiddle with the TV antenna so that the Queen wouldn't be able to watch one of her horse races. But somehow, he always seemed to be forgiven. Looking back, there seems to be a pattern emerging. Andrew would stir the pot or pull a prank and maybe he would get a light scolding, but he doesn't seem to face any real consequences for his actions. Ms. Nicholl added, I think that kind of indulgence really could produce an arrogance and sense of entitlement, and it did with Prince Andrew. Don't miss Prince Andrew causing almighty row as AIDS video. Meghan and Harry caught in Netflix mess after master plan ruined. Analysis. Kate and Meghan right in step with Royal Jubilee memo. Insight. And that's followed him throughout his life. His most recent public appearance was at Prince Philip's memorial service at the end of March. In an unexpected move, Andrew escorted his mother into Westminster Abbey, indicating that both he and the Queen believed the disgraced royal could return to the public gaze. A source told The Telegraph that if his status as an HRH is returned, the prince wants his position recognized and respected. They added, the colonelcy of the Grenadier Guards was his most coveted title and he wants it back. Having remained a Councillor of State, he also believes he should be included at royal and state events. Despite no longer being a working royal, he remains ninth in line to the throne and as such, a Councillor of State, a role undertaken by any spouse of the monarch and the next four adults in the line of succession, currently Charles, William, Prince Harry and Andrew. Nigel Cawthorne, author of Prince Andrew, Epstein, Maxwell, and the Palace, seconded Ms. Nicholl and Ms. Vanderhoof's comments. He told the Daily Beast on Wednesday, his arrogance has been from when he was young. In the Navy, people who had known Charles found Charles much more humble, and during the time he was a trade envoy, people found him pretty insufferable. He always needed a bigger suite, or a guy carrying around a 6-foot ironing board for him. But if you're born and brought up behind palace walls, and as soon as you can walk and talk, servants are calling you, Your Royal Highness, you are going to get a pretty skewed view of the world. Mr. Cawthorne also thinks the likelihood of Andrew ever fulfilling his dream of a return to royal life shows his delusion. He said, it's hard to imagine, if you were sat next to him at a royal dinner, what would you talk about exactly? I don't think he can ever escape what happened. Quote.